Conservative new media viewers, we've got some news from the NBA. Despite Jeremy Lin and Amare Stoudemire missing their second straight games, the New York Knicks destroyed the visiting Orlando Magic tonight at Madison Square Garden in New York City. The final score of the game was 108-86 for the Knicks. We'll include several links to stories about this game in the video description below the video player as soon as we can. The first of those links will be to the box score and video highlights of tonight's contest. We'll also give you some commentary and analysis on the Knicks, this game, and Jeremy Lin's status in just a moment. But first, we'll run through the game details quickly. And I want to remind our native English-speaking audience that I will speak slightly slower in this video so that those Jeremy Lin fans around the world who don't speak English as a first language may enjoy the video as well. Thank you for understanding. This game was competitive. For a little over one quarter, that is. After that, the Knicks absolutely took apart Orlando in the second and third periods. New York outscored the Magic by 35 points in the second and third quarters, making the fourth quarter basically meaningless. How bad did it get? New York led by 39 points late in the third period. Carmelo Anthony led New York with 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. Rookie guard Iman Shumpert also had 25 points in the big win, as well as 7 rebounds and 4 dimes. More on both of these players in a moment. New York improves to 26-25 with the victory. This is the first time New York has been above 500 in the standings this year since the club was 6-5 on January 12th, 2012. The Knicks are now 8-1 in the Linsanity 2.0 run, which coincides with the naming of Mike Woodson as the team's interim head coach. New York is now 17-10 in the Jeremy Lin era. Next up for the Knicks will be the Atlanta Hawks on Friday, March 30th, 2012. That contest will take place at Phillips Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. Now for some thoughts, commentary, and analysis on this game, the Knicks, and the status of Jeremy Lin. First, this may have been the most impressive win of the season for the New York Knicks. I'm going to be honest with you. Not only did I think New York was going to lose this game, I thought they were going to get blown out by the Magic. But I've never been more happy to be wrong. The Magic were flat. That has to be said. But this game showed me that Linsanity 2.0 under Coach Mike Woodson can be every bit as impressive as Linsanity 1.0 because the team is showing the same kind of heart and chemistry that the 1.0 version had. The crowd is buying in, the team is buying in, and New York seems ready to take things to the next level. Great to see. Second, big respect for Carmelo Anthony. Melo could have sat out tonight with his re-injured groin, but he didn't. He wanted to play this game on national television in the USA and lead the team. And he did exactly that. If you watched the game, you saw Anthony riding the stationary bike at different times during the contest to keep his sore groin healthy and warm so he could keep going. Melo showed his toughness in the last game by playing through the injury, and tonight he showed his leadership and dedication by making sure he could play tonight and by playing well in a big game. Hats off to Carmelo Anthony for this performance. Third, how about Iman Shumpert? The rookie was large tonight in this game, and the Knicks needed him to be. With Lin out and Baron Davis still working himself fully back into shape, the young guard lit the Magic up and was exactly the kind of high-energy three-point drilling machine New York needed to get this win. I couldn't be happier for the young man, and I'm sure that his teammates feel the same way. Fourth, good news on the Amare Stoudemire injury front. Amare does not need surgery, but he is expected to miss between 2 and 4 weeks with the bulging disc in his back. This is a far better prognosis than what it could have been, and hopefully Stat, as Amare is nicknamed, can return before the end of the regular season feeling healthy. Fifth, for all the Jeremy Lin fans, you should probably know that there are likely to be Lin doubters out in full force tonight, saying that this win proves that Lin is not needed for the Knicks to do well, and that Lin is overrated, etc. I completely disagree with this idea. Remember, when Lin came into the equation, New York was 8-15, and the season was falling apart. Without Lin, this win doesn't happen tonight, I believe, because the Knicks likely would have been so far out of the playoff chase that this game would have meant almost nothing for New York. What has happened with Lin is that the team has seemed to become a much more group-oriented versus individual-oriented unit. Less isolation, more ball movement. More effort on defense rather than just focusing on offense, etc. Jeremy Lin was critical to this change in the team mentality, I feel, and that means that he had everything to do with tonight's victory. So don't let the doubters get you down. Sixth and finally, tonight's win makes things easier for Jeremy Lin and Amare Stoudemire. New York is now 2.5 games ahead of the Milwaukee Bucks for the 8th playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. Winning games like tonight means that Lin, Amare, and the other injured Knicks can take their time coming back from their injuries. In the long run, that is a great thing for the individual players and the team. Guys get healthier and their legs are fresher for the playoffs. You can see this kind of thing with how Chicago is handling the Derrick Rose injury situation. Give us your thoughts on this game in the comments section below. How awesome was this win? Were you surprised the Knicks won this game so impressively? Are you happy with how players such as Iman Shumpert are performing in the absence of Jeremy Lin and Amare Stoudemire? You tell us below. Also, please be sure to let us know what you thought about this video by clicking on the thumbs up or thumbs down button underneath the video player. Thanks. Finally, we encourage you to come and join the fun on the Conservative New Media Facebook group. You will find the link to the group in the video description. This is NBA expert Paul F. Villarreal, and you're watching Conservative New Media. In our opinion, we are the #1 YouTube channel for Linsanity and Jeremy Lin News. Thank you for watching.